Hi folks, it's Frank from Lloyds Classic Car Auctions. It's my pleasure to be sitting in front of the EL Ford Credit Falcon of Mr. Glenn Seton. Glenn, thanks for joining us, mate.
Yeah.
Obviously a special car, mate. Talk us through it. This is one of your favourites.
Yeah, Frank, it's a very special car. This is probably, out of my history of Glenn Seton racing and my career, it's the most memorable car that I had. Naturally pole position in '96 at Bathurst when the car was first built. And it was only built for Bathurst that year. That was the first time it ever ran. And to sort of run it just in that 300 kilometre an hour qualifying run, and the only car on the track when you do those top 10 runoffs, and to get pole was very, very special. But then the following year to come out in '97 and win the championship with Ford Credit, and this car was, we won a lot of races that year. We were up against the dynamite of Holden Racing Team and all the money and the support that they had behind us, and we were a little 6-car team with this beautiful little car in the background, and came out dominant and won the championship that year. Went down to the last round between myself, John Bow, and also Russell Ingle, and we won on the day. But also a memorable year that year was also to be able to do the burnout at Oran Park, which is there's some good shots around with this car.
Yeah, very famous.
At the end. And, But no, there's a lot of fond memories for me with this car, and as I say, out of the 9 of these that we built, this is the most memorable to me, and this was GSR number 7.
Yep. Okay, so is this the car that you probably went the fastest in? Like, I know you broke the 300k barriers. Would this be the quickest car?
Oh, there's no doubt. It's like every race car. As the years go on and rules change and allow cars to go faster because aerodynamics and engine power, if you put it to today's type speed, sure, these cars won't be as fast as the cars existing today. So, but for its era of the '97s, '98s, all that era, it certainly was the fastest car I had. There's no doubt. And naturally, to win a championship, it's got to be the fastest car because you're competing against a lot of good cars and a lot of good teams. So to say that in that era, I'd have to say it was the fastest car out there.
Yeah, no absolutely. Look, Aussies, we love to get behind an underdog, and obviously the privateer team of yourself. That's why you've got so many rusted-on fans, I guess you could say. For this car, I mean, we were speaking earlier, and you sort of don't hoard any of these sort of things from that era. But what would you love to see to happen to this car? Obviously, go to a good collector and preserve it for many years to come, I guess. Yeah.
Absolutely, no doubt. I'd love to see it stay in the state that it's in because it's still very original. Like even in the floor, the chips that we put on the floor are still there today.
Wow.
So it hasn't been restored in the way that it's a complete car that was in its day. It's actually just been painted back to the Ford Credit colours when the existing guy, Noel Willoughby and Wendy Willoughby bought it.
Yep.
And painted the outside back to Ford Credit, but the actual hardware of the car, the gearbox, the engine, the diff, everything, the brakes, all that stuff is what we ran in the day. So it's very, very original. And I'd like to see the new collector keep it in that state, but bring it out occasionally for those days like the Muscle Car Masters and things like that to show it off and get some fun out of it because it is a really fun car to drive. I'd still like to come back and have a drive it occasionally with the new owner as well, and even take them for a ride if they really want to, because it's a lot of fun memories for me, and the same as what I've done with Noel and Wendy Willoughby is to be a part of that car in history as well.
So folks, if you'd like to bid on this a piece of Australian motoring history, jump on at lloydsauctions.com.au or give us a call 1800 456 588. We'll be going under the hammer Saturday the 31st of July. Glenn, thank you for joining us, mate, and we can't wait for the auction. See you there, folks.